Now, continuing on for our coverage of this weekend's Ladies League finals, I'm joined by Clare captain Caoimhe Harvey as Clare take on Roscommon in the Division 3 final at 4 o'clock on Saturday. Caoimhe, we'll start with that. Look, you were in the Division 3 final last year. You're promoted already going into this one, but looking to grab some long-awaited silverware this weekend.
Absolutely, for sure. Finals don't come around every single year, and we've been very fortunate to be in our third national final in the last 12 months. So it's something we won't be taking lightly. We will try to perform on the day and get over the line. It kind of brings us, we have a great group of players that have stuck it out over the last 13 14 months, and we're just really looking forward to the match.
And I suppose looking at that game in general and that squad, obviously you left Croke Park very deflated coming off that intermediate defeat to Kildare just a few short months ago. Looking into the pre-season aspect of it, was there maybe a little bit of a tough lesson? Was it the mood in the camp a bit not exactly ideal going into pre-season, that you had to really grind it before you did go into this league campaign?
Absolutely. It would be only normal coming out of an All-Ireland final to be, that bit frustrated and angry. If you had done something different, would the result have changed, and would we be playing senior football this year? So, pre-season, I think, is such a great time for a camp, because you're all doing the kind of hard training together, and it's what really builds a group of players. So, we've been really fortunate to hold that group. We have lost a few girls, but we've regained people in, and training seems to be going really well. So, we are really looking forward to the match, and league has gone pretty well for us. We've kind of gained on our performances week on week. So, we can just go out and play Roscommon on Saturday and see what happens.
When you talk about the squad, obviously you've lost players. You've gained the two Considines coming back in, two massive additions to the squad. There's a good few younger players coming through as well. So there is signs that Clare very much are still there to compete this year, and will still look to get the ground running this weekend.
For sure, like Ailish is one of the girls that has come back in this year, and is so experienced. It is great to have somebody at that level back in our group, and likewise with Roisin, and then our younger girls coming in, like Teresa Collins has made a start, and she's just giving us that lift and life that I wouldn't say we had been missing, but it's just kind of seeing what other players are in the county, and kind of what they're doing at club level. So it is really good to have such a group of players and everybody fighting for spots, and I think that's what it's all about. It's about bringing a level of competition at training, and that nobody is guaranteed a spot. It's whoever's training well.
Yeah, and I suppose when you talk about that squad, the dynamic that's there and everything like that, there is a large collection of leaders in the team. Obviously, you're the captain, you have that role and that responsibility as well. But when you look at all areas of the park, there is a lot of players that do give the boost. I know you have your sisters are playing with the team as well, so you have that connection. But there's amazing players that can really give the lift when needed for that Clare team.
There really is. If you look at our team, you could say that down a spine or on every line of the field, we have leaders, and that's so important. With I suppose with years of experience, and you need that on the team. You can't rely on one player, and I'm very lucky to have two great vice captains as well. And unfortunately, Chloe Maloney is out injured for this weekend. But she will give us a great boost and a great asset, and even not being on the field, but she will be able to see things and kind of get it into us, even though she's not on the field. So we are very lucky, and we're very fortunate to have kind of a steady level of players throughout the team, and quite very average and even players through it out. So it's great.
And look, we will touch obviously on this weekend. It's it's a big final. It's another final that Clare want to be in and want to win and everything like that. Does going into this weekend, we'll say, obviously last year you were in the same boat, a Division 3 final, extra time defeat to Kildare, didn't see you go up. Going into this weekend, you're already promoted. That was assured a few weeks ago. Does that maybe take the pressure off going into this weekend? I know you obviously want to win it, but knowing that we are promoted going into it, maybe just gives that little bit of breathing space going into this game.
Yeah, I suppose, some people could see it like that. For us, it's a final, and it's a final that we want to win. So even though we're already promoted, I think every girl understands and realizes for themselves that is only half the job complete. So it'll be interesting, but every game we have improved in different areas, and it's constantly building and rebuilding in different positions. So in one sense we are promoted, but that's not the objective of our game. It is to get silverware, and for us last year, we would have got to the league final, and you weren't promoted, so it's kind of half a dozen one, half a dozen another. It's great that the LGFA have brought it in. 2 teams go up, 2 teams go down. But I suppose we have that revengeance from last year.
You mentioned silverware. Silverware is something it hasn't. I know you guys won the Munster Senior B Championship last year, and you've picked up competitions over the last few years as well. But to win the Division 3 title, to go into Division 2 next year as Division 3 champions, and even this year to go into your intermediate All Ireland series with silverware already secured, how much of a boost will a win on Saturday give the squad going into the latter stages of the year?
Absolutely, it would be huge. We want to win and play well in championships. So I think the league is always like a setting stone, and how you want to perform for championship. And I think by winning the league, it'll take a huge level of pressure and kind of relief out of girls' minds, that now we can actually go into championship and play the football we want to play with no extra or added pressure that we still don't have silverware, even though we've been contenders with the last 8 years of the intermediate titles. So I think it will be huge for the camp, and no doubt we know it's going to be an extremely tough match against Roscommon, but that's what football's about. You have winners, you have losers, and it's whoever plays best on the day.